Today, we are going to talk memoirs. There have been so many amazing memoirs that have come out in 2019. I have been reading a ton of them, and I cannot wait to tell you all about them. So let's talk memoirs. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Russell with Ink and Paper Blog. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing very, very well. I hope your reading is going phenomenal. And I am hoping that you guys are super excited about this video because I know that I am. This has been a phenomenal year for memoirs. Now, I have read over the last couple of years some amazing memoirs. Heavy by P.C. Lemon, Roxane Gay's Hunger, just to name a few. There are a ton out there. But 2019 has really socked me with some amazing, amazing memoirs. And I wanted to get five of them onto your TBR as soon as possible. So, as I always say, get out your pen, get out your paper, get out your Goodreads, because these are going to be on your TBR. If you can, please order them from a local independent bookstore. If you can't, have your library order them so that you can get them in your hands. Now, I am just going to review these or talk about these in alphabetical order by author. I've read a few of them. I've started a couple of them, but this is sort of my thing right now. I'm reading the National Book Award list, and I'm also reading memoir. That's what I am doing with my time. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So let's get started. The first one I actually just purchased, and that's because it has just been shortlisted for the National Book Award for Fiction. No, National Book Award Nonfiction 2019, and that is The Yellow House by Sarah M. Broom. I'm going to try to hold this up because that is a great cover right there. So this is what I know about this one. This is Sarah Broom talking about her family. Her mother buys a house in 1961 in New Orleans, and we sort of follow. There are books falling over there. There are books falling over there. What we do is we follow Sarah's mother and her second husband, who is Sarah's father, as they live and develop their family inside the Yellow House. They wind up having 12 children in total. And what happens is when Sarah's mom's husband, her dad, passes away, I love the way it says it in the blurb here. It says that the house becomes the 13th child for Sarah's mom. And just so here, it's a brilliant interweaving of reporting, archival research, and gorgeously rendered family lore. The Yellow House tells the story of a mother's struggle against a house's entropy, and that of a daughter who left home only to be continually pulled back, even after the house was wiped off the map by Hurricane Katrina. So I am so on board for this one. It sounds fantastic. So that is The Yellow House by Sarah M. Broom, and this is currently shortlisted for the National Book Award for Nonfiction for 2019. One book that I've talked about a couple of times already on my channel is Homesick by Jennifer Croft. I've actually started this one. I'm about 25 pages or so in. This is really interesting. So Jennifer has written this memoir, but and it's about the relationship between herself and her sister. Her sister has deals with illness and sort of their relationship, but it is also about Jennifer's relationship with language and words. Now, Jennifer, in case you guys don't know, is a very, very successful and amazing translator. She translated Flights that won it was the Man Booker, I think at the time, the Man Booker International Prize by Olga. I'm not going to try to say Olga's last name. I don't have the book to try to read it for you. Who won the Nobel Prize in Literature today for 2018. So she's doing that. She's currently translating another book for Olga, and then she has this amazing memoir. This is out from Unnamed Press, you guys. Look at those end papers. Oh my God, so beautiful. Jennifer is an amazing person, and this book is about her life with words, language, and really the relationship between her and her sister. What's interesting is in the memoir, she changes her name in the book to another name. I think she calls herself Amy. I think Amy, and her sister is Zoe. Yeah, so this book, I'm on board. I've already started it. It is really good. She's a great writer, not only a great translator, but an amazing writer. Both of those, you know, go hand in hand. So this is Homesick by Jennifer Croft. Okay. Okay. Get ready. Get ready, you guys. This is How We Fight for Our Lives, a memoir by Saeed Jones. Now, Saeed Jones was one half of AM&DM, is that what it's called? AM2DM, which was a BuzzFeed news show for a while. It just sort of wrapped itself up. He was one half of that. And this is Saeed's memoir about growing up as a gay black man. Now, I just finished this one. I will tell you right now, bawling my eyes out in my hotel room. It is sad, but fantastically inspiring. So this is the story of Saeed and his mother, really. He is raised by a single woman in Lewiston, Texas. Is it Lewiston? Let me try to make sure I got that city right. Louisville, Texas. So he grew up there. He had a grandmother in Memphis, Tennessee. He would go visit her quite often. And as he gets older, it becomes very evident that Saeed is going to grow up to be a gay man. And his grandmother is very, very religious. And when she sort of comes to terms with that, something happens and she sort of realizes that her grandson is gay, it really puts a strain on their relationship. But what Saeed Jones does in this book is he puts into context not only his own struggles with being black in America, being black in Texas in the South, being black, he goes to Western Kentucky University, and being black sort of in that Midwest part of the United States. He also puts his queerness in perspective with all of those locations as well. But he also puts it in perspective to different events that are going on. The murder of innocent black children, and also the Matthew Shepard murder that occurs. And it is just so well done, where he places his own experience within a time where, if you guys are my age, or even, you know, I think we've heard a lot about all this stuff and the tragedies of it and how it adds to his overall experience. This is also a memoir about a relationship with his mother. It is strange. His mom struggles with her health. She also struggles with poverty and keeping, you know, Saeed in a home and dealing with all of that. She works hard. She gets very ill. She has to work through that. And it's about his relationship with his mother, and his relationship with his mother once he comes out of the closet as well. There's a very, very poignant part at the beginning of the book. He's home alone. He's a teenage kid, and he reads, his mother has a copy of a James Baldwin novel, I believe Another Country, and in it is a man, a picture of a man standing, and it turns out that his mother says that this is a man she knew who died of AIDS, and that becomes sort of a apex moment in Saeed's relationship with his mother. There's also another apex moment where he gets, he goes home, or it's not home, but he goes away with a man, and in that instance, that man causes him huge, brutal harm. And that reference and how that changes who he is. This is not an easy memoir, guys. You definitely have to have a strong sense, but it's a story worth telling. It is amazing. And it is blurbed by Roxane Gay, Marlon James, Jacqueline Woodson, and Kiese Lemon. So there you guys go. And so this is How We Fight for Our Lives by Saeed Jones. Now, everything that I've talked about so far is out already, okay? So you guys can go to the bookstore and you can get your hands on it. This next book is not out yet. It comes out on November 5th from Graywolf Press. So I have to say thank you so much to Graywolf Press for sending me a finished copy of In the Dreamhouse by Carmen Maria Machado. Now, you guys may recognize Carmen Maria Machado's name. She wrote the short story collection, Her Body and Other Parties. I want to make sure I got that right. Come on, Russell. Yes, Her Body and Other Parties, that a few years ago was shortlisted for the National Book Award, is a phenomenal short story collection, totally worth your time, so amazing. And this is her memoir about her relationship with a woman, and it's the abusive nature that changes who Carmen Marie Machado is as a person. Now, what is really, really cool about this is it's all done in sort of these vignettes from this idea of a dream house. It's a little bit difficult for me to explain. I'm about, how far am I in this one? I am 60 pages into this book. But what she does is sort of like, they're all sort of these short vignettes about instances of events that form Carmen Maria Machado. Now, she is currently married to a woman, but she's had relationships with men in the past, and those were, excuse me, those were formative for her in who she is to be a person. We learn that she is currently married, and that relationship and how important that is. And we learn about one relationship with a woman that really is formative to who Carmen is. We also learn about her and her education and her writing and her inspiration. Carmen Marie Machado can write like so good. It is so good. It's like, you know, Saeed Jones is like this too. It's almost poetry in prose. Does that make sense? It's beautiful, beautiful language that will punch you in the gut, make you cry, make you laugh. It's really, really good. And yeah, so I'm really enjoying this one. Again, this comes out on November 5th from Grayhouse, and this is the memoir of Carmen Maria Machado called In the Dreamhouse. And it's really good. It's my current book that I'm currently reading, and I'm absolutely loving it. Okay, so my husband and I, when we travel, and we just got back not that long ago from Oregon, we listen to podcasts while we're driving. And one of the podcasts that we listen to is Keep It, and it is fantastic. It's sort of a pop culture, political podcast with a very liberal bend. So if that's not your thing, you're probably not going to like the Keep It podcast. But we absolutely, absolutely love it. And we were listening to one on the way home from Oregon, and this author was on it. And this is an essay collection, but it's an essay collection about the author. So I'm throwing it in here as a memoir essay collection. So I'm fuzzing the line a little bit. But that is Trick Mirror by Gia Tolentino, Reflections on Self-Delusion. So I'm going to hold that up. And I heard Gia speak on Keep It, and she was fantastic. And really, the essay in here that she talked about that really, well, there's two, that really brought me in. She does this, she writes this essay about literary heroines and how they have sort of this narrative arc. And let me see, I want to try to get this right here. The literary heroine's journey from brave to blank to bitter. And she talks about how it's like this brave young girl becomes the married woman with really nothing other than being married, and then becomes sort of the bitter divorced or the bitter widow, and how that is sort of the idea of the literary heroine from the canonical literary canon. Interesting idea. She was very, she was so articulate in the way that she spoke it, and I just butchered it. There's also an essay in here. She was, as a teenager, a contestant on a reality TV show, really before reality TV had completely taken off. And she talked about sort of that experience and how that was formative to who she was. And I thought that was really, really interesting. So I was totally in awe of her. I thought she was so good on this podcast. I went and picked up her essay collection. So that is Trick Mirror by Gia Tolentino, Reflections on Self-Delusion. It's kind of a fun cover. So that is 5 memoirs, well, 4 memoirs, 1 essay collection. I know I'm bending the rules, but it's my channel. I can do it. That I am highly recommending. I probably will have these all read in the next few weeks. I'm just flying through the memoirs and absolutely loving them. I hope every single one of them makes it on your TBR. As always, if you are a return subscriber to my channel, thank you so much. I could not absolutely do this without you. If you are new to my channel, I hope that you stick around and that you come back for new videos. As always, I encourage you to shop locally, read globally, and until next time, I will talk to you later and happy reading. Bye!